All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. It's time to discuss the highly anticipated and massively requested, project, which is Jasmy. The amount of people that have been asking me to cover Jasmy, even in the last 2 years, is absolutely insane. I personally don't hold Jasmy or never really got interested in it, but it's always something that I knew the community is always interested in about, because there's so many videos out on YouTube and on Twitter. There's tons of people saying this is the next 100x, this and that, and obviously newcomers coming into the space think that this is actually the next 100x. Could that be the case? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not gonna say there's no chance, but me personally, I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys on this. And like I've said, I don't hold any Jasmy, but maybe in the future, I don't know. But all I know about this project is that, it's IoT, and, the cryptocurrency community, especially the Jasmy community, called this thing a Japanese Bitcoin. And, we've heard something similar. We've heard Caspa, being called, the next Bitcoin. So, there's so many other altcoins that get called the next Bitcoin, but will there actually be a next Bitcoin? No. Straight up, no, I don't think anything will overtake Bitcoin itself in terms of market valuation. But, if we're looking at Jasmy, guys, it's up 40%. And this is gaining a lot of traction recently. As you know, if you do follow me on my channel, I've been saying, we're in an altcoin season. It's not just Jasmy that you want to be focusing on. We are starting to see coins that never pumped up are finally starting to see some sort of a relief within their price. This is an indication that we're in an altcoin season. If anyone is telling you otherwise, that we're not in an altcoin season, I hope you really look at the market in the broader time scale to really see where we currently are. Let me give you a quick reminder. On the weekly, Jasmy is up 184%, and on the monthly time frame, it's up a staggering 260%, or right behind WLD token, as well as, of course, on the yearly time frame, 197%. So, a lot of people are excited about this. A lot of people think Jasmy is going to go to $1, and I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys on that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So we're going to get very technical in this update. I'm going to share a lot of details with you, and then of course give you my conclusion. So if we're looking at the price as of February the 24th, you can see the fact that the price is currently sitting at 1.73 cents. It's up 40% in all three comparatives: Bitcoin, USD, and Ethereum comparative. So it's definitely continuing this upwards trajectory that it has been seeing. This massive amounts of momentum that it's been gaining over the past, you could say, 2 to 3 weeks. But if we're looking at its market cap, it's still not at the $1 billion market valuation. And as you guys know, the $1 billion market cap is a very psychological number. And once you get to that point, this is where excitement really comes in. And what I mean by excitement is, Jasmy has gone through a lot, but there's a lot of things that are questionable in terms of its team, that are very, very unclear, which I personally have looked into, and it hasn't really made sense to me. So you can see market cap, of course, approaching that $1 billion mark, and the 24-hour trading volume is literally through the roof as well at 700 million. But the price, guys, has gone insanely down compared to the last bull cycle. So we're going to get into that, but before I get into that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So guys, look at its all-time high. Jasmy's all-time high was $4.79, and since then you can see it's down 99.6%, and from its all-time low on December 29th, 2022, it's up 500%. So, it's down massively compared to its all-time high. And, this is where the question comes into play. There's a lot of questions that are, not answered, as well as, things are kind of iffy. And we know last year, Binance itself, if you're looking at the markets it's listed on, first, actually, before I talk about the Binance thing, look at the markets it's listed on. It's listed on major exchanges. We're talking about Coinbase Exchange. We're talking about Binance. So, this is worthwhile noting. So, in terms of liquidity, that isn't an issue. It's listed on all the major exchanges. But last year, Binance came out and said, they're putting Jasmy in an innovation zone. So, what that means is, if it's not able to do what Binance calls innovation zone, if it doesn't meet the guidelines, there's a chance that Jasmy can get delisted. And knowing that in a bear market, this can impact the price quite significantly. And we did see Jasmy falling very, very sharply back then. And I saw that with my own eyes. But since then, it has bounced back quite a bit, and Binance still has it keep listed on. So what do we see Jasmy outside of this bull market? This bull market, could it see the potential? But could it go any ahead of that? I personally do not think so. This bull market, of course, as you guys know, I've said it so many times. Hype factor plays a major role, huge role. In terms of IoT, guys, there's so many different projects trying to do the same thing. But the thing that will carry on this momentum for Jasmy, in my personal opinion, is just the hype and the community that it's building. But in terms of actually, gaining market adoption and getting to the top, some people can argue and say, this is the biggest Japanese coin. But I personally don't think that, outside of this bull market, this can, stay. I think it's not going to survive because there's a lot of things that are unanswered. Because now if we're looking at the price, you can't even see it in the charts. It seems like nothing has happened. So what is this all excitement about? Because, if you're looking at it when it was originally listed, obviously this is on the Binance charts, but, this was listed around such a higher price, hit an all-time high, like I said, of $4. And then since then, a massive decline, nothing but just, massively being dumped left and right. So what exactly caused the dump? So, this is where I want to get into the technicals. And if you want to really listen to this very carefully, and this is where things don't make sense. If you want to kind of, get me up to par as to what exactly have caused this, be my guest in the comments down below. So what you're looking at, Jasmy, is market cap is approaching the $1 billion mark. What if I told you its market cap is approaching, in terms of its market valuation itself, it's approaching an all-time high already? So look at it. If we go on the market cap and we go on max, you can see this for yourself at all-time high November 2nd, 2021. Now hold on to this. 1.25 billion was its market cap at its all-time high. Now if you go on the price, you will see something similar. February. So, the all-time high was, obviously when it was originally new to it being listed, it came out around 2020, I remember. But you can see this for yourself. All-time high officially was, it was $4.28. Now let's go back when its all-time high market cap was reached, which was November 2021. Where was it trading at in November 2021? Look at it for yourself, guys. 16.6 cents. So what exactly happened? What exactly happened? The tokenomics make 0 sense to me. So if the market cap, so this is what I want you guys to be taking a look at right now. So November 1st, 2021, which was its all-time high in terms of its market valuation at $1.2 billion, the price was at 16.6 cents. Okay, that's what you want to be looking at. And right now, what you're seeing happening with the Jasmy is we're approaching very close towards its all-time high market cap, but the price is nowhere even near that. What does that show you? That shows you massive amounts of coins were unlocked and dumped on the market. That brings me to question, like, what exactly is this? Who really owns majority of the supply? Speaking about majority of the supply, currently Binance hold a massive amount of Jasmy. So they can single-handedly either pump or completely dump the price of Jasmy. But in my opinion, what's happening right now for Jasmy's price is the overall hype factor in terms of altcoins. Altcoins are popping. Altcoins are hot. People are looking for the next opportunity. And I think a bunch of whales are coming together to really pump up the price of Jasmy, which is my personal opinion as to what's happening. Because now if we're looking and zooming in a little bit into the charts, this will start to make sense to you. So it's all-time low, of course, you could say was in December 2020 at 0.003, but we were very, very close to that in October as well, which is literally quarter 4 of last year. So if you were one of the Jasmy, holders, or you like a fan of Jasmy, you think, this could be, one of the 100x coins somehow, and you were accumulating around this range, you are up right now, as of recording this update, 462.95%. And, you could see this for yourself. This was a key resistance mark for Jasmy at 1.2 cents mark. As soon as we broke out of that zone, which we haven't seen a breakout since June 2022, June 1st, 2022. As soon as we broke out, we went up all the way up to 2 cents. So, definitely a massive, massive move. But now what you're seeing is the real fun, in my opinion. So as I've said to you guys, this could pull higher numbers in terms of, more upside manipulation. Just because I think manipulation is occurring doesn't necessarily mean that, this cannot have more upside, because of course the community is massive. A lot of people are interested, but, small amounts of whales can come together to really get the traction going. And right now what you're seeing is we do have some resistance, which we're seeing, Jasmy trying to break out of. And if this resistance is able to break out, I think this thing can run up to 2.7 cents, and then the major resistance is at 5 cents. So let's put that into perspective now, shall we? So if you're looking at the 5 cents target, which is a huge resistance, that's 188% move from the current price level. So that would put it around 6 cents, and that would put its market cap around $2.7 to $2.8 billion market cap. So I think this still has more upside, because of course the hype factor, a lot of people are excited, but I would be very, very careful, especially if you have picked this up, early on. Locking in profits would not hurt. I don't hold any, nor do I know too much about this, but there's of course too many questions that are unanswered for me to be confident to get going into this. Of course, one positive thing. Now, hear me out. One positive thing that I could point out about Jasmy is that the circulation supply finally is approaching the total supply. Total supply is $50 billion, and of course circulation supply is 48.4 billion. So, we're getting to that spot. So could we really see the community coming together and actually, getting this to some heights that we couldn't have imagined? That's the thing that I cannot write off, especially in this bull cycle. Past this bull cycle, I'm very skeptical, not spectacle. Like, this is why when I'm really excited, I can, butcher the words. But, that's how I'm currently looking at it. But let me know down below what you guys think. What are you most excited about Jasmy? And if you do like Jasmy, why do you like that? And how do you think this can, compete with its competitors? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you want to see some TA on Jasmy on a day-to-day basis, let me know down below. And I will bring you guys technical analysis just for the people that hold it. I love you all. See you tomorrow. I've been Crypto ZX, and peace out.